So the first element that we're going to be going into is the side scissor position from our close guard. How we get there, and this kind of the way this is being shown is basically we want, and we kind of talked about some get comfortable. There you go. That right there is a good indication. When I said get comfortable, I could feel that he's off balance. He's putting way too much forward pressure into his feet. Anytime that happens that I can break frames, his posture is getting broken. So the three main kind of like elements that we're looking for when we start close guard is first of all is our grip battle. And we have to win this grip battle to be able to effectively use our legs and arms to be able to attack his upper body. So with that being said, the three main kind of positions that are going to happen from close guard are we're going to pull his arms either out and away from us, and that usually will occur more so when his elbows are already outside my hip line, like he's doing this, or he's trying to wrap. His elbows are already on the outside of my hips. Trying to bring his elbows back across my body when they're already on the outside of my hips is very difficult. So there's a whole set of other attacks, sweeps that we're going to go for once his elbows are already on the outside. When his elbows are in the inside, this is where our two kind of preferred kind of things that we're going to do. We're getting into arm drag positions where we're getting his arm all the way across our body, or we're just getting his elbow in line with his shoulder or slightly inside of his shoulder line. So those are the three main like attack positions from close guard. Either elbows are on the outside. I'm either bringing the elbow across my body or at least inside his shoulder. So those three. And again, I'll preface that with if his elbows are already on the outside, it's definitely, I probably am going to want to leave them there and go into these other attack series. But first, we're starting with the side scissor position. His elbows are on the inside of my thighs, so I'm going to attempt an arm drag or at least a 2-on-1 grip. Preferably, I like when people start from here, I like getting some of this hand control off of me. So I'll lift my hips up. That takes he's going to want to be pushing into my hips, driving in. His goals are to keep my hips pinned so that he can extend my guard and break it, start passing. I'll lift my hips to take some of that pressure off, get an initial pull to release the hand from my hip, 2-on-1, and then I'll get a couple water grip, or I'll go into a Russian. I like the couple water grip on the back of the tricep. Then once I have this free and kind of its ability to be able to move across my body because it's no longer framing, that's when I want to use a knee pull or just the strength of my leg, and I'll safety precaution. Try not to pull your opponent directly towards you. Doink. It will happen, especially when you're like fighting this and you're trying to drag it across the side and you want to pull him and you mistime it, his head's going to come right towards yours and you have no hands to protect your face. So try to get into the habit of when you pull, you're pulling him off to the side. Okay. So then with a slight misdirection, it should make it pretty easy. So we've got this position. The thing I want everyone to work on here is the ability to invert the opposite leg. And let's rotate just a little bit because this will be easier to see this leg as well as what this leg's doing. I want to invert this far leg so that my knee's pointing down to the mat. That's what's going to get me into the side scissor position. And to do that, I want to unlock my guard and I want to kind of like it's a motorcycle that I'm pushing down. And what that's going to do is allow my hips to slide out. gas pedal down, pull that inside hamstring or inside hip flexor is pulling my hips off to the side. So now both my knees are pointing this way. Any questions on that? Because that's where we're going to stop, because this is a critical point that if you don't have that ability to do this, you're going to be doing this to get to this position. Make sense? So however you want to get your 2-on-1, I like an initial grab, lift, 2-on-1. Secure it, knee pull. Open up my guard, kind of motorcycle start, straightening my leg, allows me to invert my knee facing towards him. Now this knee's facing this way as well. And that's where we're going to stop. Okay? Any questions? Grab somebody. Let's see. 1, 2.